My name is Kevin Hines, and this is my story. Your life matters. It has value. You are worthy. I am grateful beyond measure that I didn't die off of that Golden Gate Bridge. 99.9% of the people that have leapt off that bridge are gone. They never get to tell their stories. I speak for them. I'm here in Portsmouth, Ohio with a great bunch of students, and they have been incredible, phenomenal. And we talked all about suicide prevention, brain and mental health, hope, healing, and recovery from brain pain, and they were the best part of today. We're in Portsmouth, Ohio, and it's been incredible so far. We've talked to 500 students today here at the Vern Rife Center tonight to talk to the entire community about hope, healing, recovery from brain pain, the art of wellness, and how to keep going in the face of suicidal crisis, and how to never, ever take your life. Suicide is never the solution to your problem. Suicidal ideations are the greatest liars we know. Don't listen to them. Suicide cannot, will not, and does not ever take the pain away. It transfers it on to everyone left behind and makes it solely impossible for things to ever get better. Whatever you're going through, whatever you're dealing with. And I told the students today, keep moving forward, keep going, because outside of that pain, outside of that struggle is always hope. It's around the corner. If you haven't reached it, you just haven't walked far enough yet. So keep moving forward. Know that you're loved, and know that suicide isn't the answer. I'm here today after a drastic suicide attempt that is 99.9% fatal. I get to be here, and so do you, and this life is a gift. But you've got to understand that just because you're in a world of pain today doesn't mean you don't get to have that gorgeous tomorrow. But friends, you have to be here to get there in the first place. And tonight, I'm going to share a little bit of a different message than I shared this afternoon. But it's going to be powerful, it's going to be impactful, and it's going to elicit change in the hearts of so many, as I do around the world every single day. Be well, take care, and be here tomorrow and every day after that. You are loved, you are worthy, and you matter. Megan, what did today mean to you?
Today meant a lot to me. I actually have struggled with my mental health for a long time, and I've had thoughts of that of my own, and I've always talked myself out of it. I've always felt like, there was nobody there and that nobody had loved me. And, just coming into today, I was kind of nervous to actually hear somebody else's story that was going through the same thing.
Jordan, coming into today's presentation, on your way here, what were your thoughts?
I was expecting to hear your story, of course, but I was hoping that I was going to come in here and I was going to feel a sense of relief. I feel like I've always thought that I've dealt with suicidal thoughts, but I didn't know for sure.
And Aiden, what were your expectations coming into the presentation? Shay, can you tell me, what were you thinking going into today?
Okay, so coming into today, I honestly had expected exactly what you gave, an inspiring story about self-doubt and struggle and how you overcame them.
I've had a lot of family members that had tried to kill themselves.
Okay.
And hearing your story and coming in to know that I am hearing your story, it just makes everything a lot better, because I know that not everybody is alone in the world and everything.
What did you experience during the presentation? You actually raised your hand.
I did.
And said some very kind words. But what was your experience during the presentation?
I had a lot of emotions during the presentation. I was beyond happy with how you had told your story and how you were telling your story.
Okay, Hunter, what was your expectations going into the presentation today?
For my personal expectations, I've felt included. I wanted to be up there and known, not just for me, but for you, because our stories are similar as in a personal idea.
And how you grew up and everything, it melted my heart. I loved it. I loved every single thing in there. And I don't know, just telling your story to other people, it just makes everything a lot better.
Agreed, right? When you tell your story, people are more inclined to tell you theirs, right?
Absolutely.
So Shay, what were 2 key takeaways from the presentation?
2 key takeaways coming from your presentation was, 1, that you are not always alone. You always have and can have somebody that is there for you. And if you need help, you can always go to a counselor. You can go to your parents. Maybe sometimes you can't, you think you can't, but you can. Like, they are always there for you, and no matter what, anybody can be there for you no matter what. My second takeaway, I would say, is tell people how you're feeling. Let people know. Like, that can get a lot off your chest, and it can make people want to tell their story, like you said.
So I was fulfilled, basically.
It helped me better understand that you can talk about your feelings to people and that people will understand you. And just by the show of hands that everyone have, experienced the same thing, that was really amazing. Like, I was like, okay, I'm not alone. Like, there's other people that feel the same way.
It's everything I expected. The message was there. I felt it clearly in my body, my mind.
What were your key takeaways from the actual messaging of the story?
You interacting with the crowd, just you were punching in with the family, and that, like, there's always help. There's always someone there for you. There's always going to be someone there. Your pain is not just your pain. It's not selfish to talk. You need help and you can get it. It's everywhere. And that really, I needed that when I was going through it, and I got it eventually.
The more you keep it in, the bigger it's going to get, and the angrier you're going to get.
I tend to think as a form of self-pity that I'm alone and I need to be better and all of this, but I really need to realize that I'm not alone. And you really drove that into, I think, everyone here today.
Just the pain in the chest. I lost my father. I was told I would never be able to play sports again. I was very downtrodden. I didn't feel like I belonged anywhere. I lost all my, the will of just being around. Sports was my takeaway. I couldn't do those. I was tired of sitting at home all the time in my room. And then eventually the pain got so great.
But you're here.
Yeah, I'm here.
I came out of it with a better understanding of what mental health actually is. Like, I thought I knew a lot about it because I actually struggle with it, but I guess I didn't know a lot that I thought I did.
I think I'm always usually pretty hard on myself, so that could be hard. It was hard for me to figure that out. So I was hoping I could come in here and I could listen to you and I could get that confirmation.
And in seeing the presentation, what was your experience? What were your takeaways?
I felt like I had a connection to what you were saying. I had no idea that I was going to come in here and be impacted, but the way you impacted us, the whole entire audience, was amazing. You're incredible and your story is wonderful.
Thank you.
The biggest takeaway is that to talk about it, I know I've heard so many people say that, but that was, I think you've talked about that a lot. If you're feeling those things, it's important to talk about it.
I guess I didn't know a lot that I thought I did.
It's not our fault. I heard you talk about that. It's not our fault.
Yeah.
It's kind of like a mental thing.
Yeah.
And it's a battle and we're fighting it. And
that's okay.
Yeah, that's okay.
I thought you were just a normal kid like the rest of us, and you came from a different past and everything. And that just helped me understand that, the past can really affect somebody.
And I get to meet you.
I got to meet you, sir.
Pretty incredible.
Yes, sir.
And I'm grateful.
Bless you. Me too, sir.
All right, brother. You take care. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. Thank you so much.
You're welcome. Thank you.
Be here.